Hello teacher, good night. So today is my third presentation and I decided to talk about how I handle stress in my daily life. Stress is something we all experience, but over time I've learned a set of habits and routines that help me to stay grounded, organized, and emotionally balanced. So I will share with you my strategies that sometimes help me, but unfortunately not always. I want to start by showing how stress usually appears for me. Stress usually shows up in three main ways. First, mentally. So I notice that my thoughts get faster and I lose focus easily. The second way is physically. I feel tension, especially in my shoulders and neck. And finally, in an emotional way, I became more anxious or impatient. Recognizing these early signs is important because it helps me act before stress becomes overwhelming. So, managing stress is essential for my well being. When I take care for my emotional balance, I am more productive, make better decisions, and feel more present in my day. Without good stress managing habits, I tend to lose focus, get tired faster, and feel disconnected from my goals. So, these routines that I started to make are not just help, but it's necessary for me. My approach to stress is a combination of physical habits, emotional practice, and practical tools. None of them works alone, of course, but together they help me maintain a healthier writing. I've learned that balance comes from small, consistent actions rather than one big solution. One of these parts of strategy start early in my day, in my morning routine. My morning routines plays a key role in reducing stress. I always start my day slowly. I like to prepare my breakfast slowly, in silence, and avoiding rushing. When I give myself a calm start, I feel more centered and prepared to face whatever the day brings. The next thing that really helps me is planning my day. Planning is one of the best tools I have. Every morning I write down my tasks, set priorities, and break large activities into smaller steps. This keeps me from feeling overwhelmed and helps me stay focused. Knowing what needs to be done and in what order it's important gives me a sense of control. Moving my body also plays a big role in managing stress. Physical activity is also essential for me. Even when I don't have time for a full workout, I try to take short walks in a gym treadmill. Moving my body helps release tensions, improve my mood, and gives me a more energy to continue the day. The next things that I always do is pay attention to how technology affects my stress levels. I've learned that technology can be a huge source of stress. So, I silence unnecessary notifications during the day, avoiding multitasks, and taking intentional breaks away from screen. These small boundaries help me stay more focused and protecting my mental space too. In the specific days that I feel so stressed and maybe anxious, I like to do breathing exercise and short moments of mindfulness. So I simply stop for 1 minute, close my eyes, and breathe deeply. These simple practices help me slow down my thoughts and reduce anxiety almost instantly. These small moments make a bigger difference for me. Besides that, I try to keep a balanced work writing. I often use the Pomodoro technique, so I work for about 25 minutes and then take a short break. This prevents exhaustion and helps me stay focused longer. Having clear intervals also reminds me to rest before I reach my limit. Additionally, a clean and organized space make a big difference for me. When my desk is clutter-free, I feel less mentally overloaded and more prepared to work. Keeping my environment tight is a simple habit, but it has a strong impact on my stress level. Over and above that, taking to friends and share experiences is another way I manage stress. Sometimes I just need to express how I feel and hear someone else's perspectives, and helps me to calm down and see things more clearly. Staying connected is an important part on emotional balance for me. I also try to include small moments of joy throughout my days. For example, I like to listen to music that I like and sometimes enjoying a cup of tea or coffee, it depends on the day, and spending a few minutes outdoors seeing the natures or birds on the streets. These simple pleasures help me to stay grounded and make my day more pleasant. Of course, there are still things that I'm working on. For example, I know that I am learning to say no more often and to avoid overcommit myself. I also remind myself to slow down when I feel I am pushing too hard. And I know my sleep schedule is something that I need to improve too. Manage stress is a continual learning process. To finish, I just want to say that stress is a normal part of life, but our habits make all the difference. When we create health routines, we build resilience and balance. These are the strategies that work to me, and I hope they inspire you to reflect on your own. Thank you for listening to me, and bye bye.